Okay, just hooking up my phone here. It should be ready to go. Gonna fly away with this one.
Recording in progress.
Now, we got a little cold here. There we go. It's 7 o'clock. Get busy. You should have this thing halfway painted by now. No more goofing off, right? Anyway.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm talking to you.
Oh,
This thing should be painted, right?
well, I did map it in, but that's kind of cheating, right?
It's always cheating. It's always cheating.
Yeah, I know. Well, we can't all do what you do.
Well, you'd be teaching if you were out you doing this like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
But
being fun with you.
we appreciate having you, James. We learned so much.
You should, damn it. You should. Sorry, I had this thing upside down. I was wondering, why is this acting so weird? But we are ready to go. Let's say we tell you guys you got a few new people here, so I'll kill some time and do a song and dance about myself. You guys all know me. I'm Jim Swanson. I paint a lot of dogs and a lot of animals, and I like to win awards. Sometimes I win awards. I get lucky. Anyway, today we're going to be doing this is our Monday night class. We do some animals on Monday night, but we do this is basically a painting class, and we do all kinds of different things. We'll be doing landscapes. We'll be doing in still lifes. We'll be doing interiors. We're going to be doing probably another animal or so. But this is like for 7 weeks, and every week we got a new subject. So you got to paint. You got to keep up, right? And I don't expect you to be able to keep up with me, but so that's why these things are taped, and you guys can replay them as much as you want afterwards. This class goes pretty fast. So speaking of class, we are going to be doing a little bird here. I got this beautiful shot. Again, this came off my internet, came off of some, an artist reference site where they let you post these things. I'm pretty sure this is by Susie Bell. Susie Bell, she's really a great photographer out in Arizona near Scottsdale. She takes wonderful photos of some wild horses and things near the Salt River there. Definitely, if you're on Facebook and things like that, look her up. Susie Bell, befriend her. She has nice photos. You can use them. But we'll be painting this blue heron today, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, especially for first timers. But I'm going to try, and I'll walk you all through it, how we're going to attack it and how it's going to go about it, and we should do all right. So I'm going to pull it up and we'll go through it. This is pretty much how I paint. Pretty much, I figure out the image, what I want, and then I talk to myself a lot about it, and then I mix the colors for it, and then I paint it. So we'll be mixing colors. And I found out one thing because I've been gone doing workshops most of October. And people who have watched my videos say it's really good for insomniacs to watch because I put a lot of people to sleep when I mix paint. Oh, yeah, Molly. I can hear Molly. Molly knows all about this. She watches it constantly. She's sleeping all the time. Thanks, Molly.
I'm watching and not painting. See, that's why I need to be active. And
yes, you got to be active. I mean,
you can't
painting,
watching you mix the colors. It's so relaxing.
you need to work up a froth of when I paint, right? That's what you got to do. Okay, let me pull up these guys, pick out the photos. There they go. Fun. Okay, egret, or this is a blue herring. I'm not even sure what the big difference is between an egret and a blue herring, except for egrets are white, They're fun to paint, though. Egrets are fun to paint. But blue herrings have a lot of interesting things about them. Okay, first of all, in this image, the toughest thing is you're going to have to get this blue herring to read out of the same color block behind it and value block behind it. I mean, you can see it's fives, fours, fives back there. He's fours and fives, values over here. He's probably his highlights, and then some midtones probably into sixes into some of the darker areas for his body, and these are the same ones for the water. Basically the sixes are the purple areas in the water. Then you got sixes, fives, and fours for everything else. You might go to a 3-ish to do a couple of highlights back in here, but not much. That'll be about it. And that's about the same in the birds. So it's like the only thing we can do here is have a color change, making sure that there's a difference between the bird and the water. So we're going to do that. Definitely going to have a blue herring. We're working the blues. Got the water. We're going to work in the greens. So we'll have that going. A lot of times, though, blue in the spectrum of things, green comes forward. Blue would recede more, in the spectrum. So you're going to have that green kind of coming through. The only thing that keeps that blue back there, or the blue coming forward in front of the green, is are these contrasts. Contrasts are the things that will can override the idea of this color spectrum. So you got these darks and the contrast coming forward even more, which will help. Will help. And then you got the rocks. Okay, the rocks. You got the rocks. They're the same, almost the same value as the wings. Yeah, jeez, what a pain in the butt. And the only thing we got there is warms and cools, right? Warms and cools. That's what we'll be playing with. A lot of warm and cools. But values, that's kind of interesting, though. These rocks down in here pretty much are that part of the scale, and so are the wings, but pretty much that. And then this part of the scale is the back and the water. And then this part of the scale is the highlights of that bird. So, yeah, it's interesting to me, but maybe not to you guys. This is where people fall asleep. I tell you, they fall asleep all the time. All right. Color-wise, magic. Yeah, warms against cools. You got a lot of, Yeah, that green back there, but it's really kind of a pale green, pastel cool green anyway. It's not like anything too crazy back in here. Let's see, lost my thing there. Oh, anyway, so the bird itself, he has some really nice details though. I mean, look how sharp that is. Good things to work off of. Very sharp point on this head coming back, and it has kind of like the swan's neck, really nice and long, and it's pretty much the same width from down below here to the top of its head. So, and it is like a graceful reverse S, So, think about that. It doesn't go thick to thins too much, probably until it's eating a fish. All right, then we got the wings, of course, the big wings, really big ones back there. They, as you can tell, if you squint at it, yeah, it starts to fall. That gray right back there it starts to fall right into the water and stuff. I don't think we'll have that much problem making those pop. So I'm just having fun with this. Let's see. The darks look good. Yeah, the wings. Boy, look at that blue in those wings. Blue grays. So many blue grays in this guy. I guess that's why I call him a blue herring, right? Now count these feathers here. Definitely you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 there, and a few back there. The one thing about these feathers is they kind of come straight down. As you can see, if you in this as the design and everything else, when I'm starting to look at that part of it, they kind of come straight down. I like this angle, and that's if I was going, I would say if it was here, I would say this is probably about 7:30, maybe. Kind of if you were looking at a regular analog clock. This is definitely at 6. Definitely, I would like to move it over to 7 or 7, like this. Maybe take this one a little less because it is up against the edge here. So I'm probably thinking what I'm going to do is probably just reverse the angles here a little bit and tighten this one down a little bit more so I have just a little more room on this side. I don't want it being cropped by a frame. So that's what I'm thinking ahead. I don't care about a tail and things like that. It's a little tight over here too. But just giving it a little bit, just by changing the angle on that one, that's all I would do. And then this one, I definitely like to open it up a little bit more so it doesn't point straight down because it is almost in the middle of the painting. And it basically will start to create a line very quickly through that painting. And when that happens, everything you'll start to see, everything just starts to line up. You'll find even in the water, things lining up. And so let's head that off. When I draw it, I'll just change it around. We know there's 9 feathers. We spread out a little bit, and we can spread it out easily, change it around just by that. I don't have to do too much more than that. Also, when we're doing this, looking at this, look at the fan on these things. These guys are fans, basically. So everything kind of comes back to that one point and radiates out. So as long as it, comes back to this point, I can move one over there and add them all in here pretty easily. And if you lose it, if you don't get all 9 in there, it's not a big deal, really. I mean, half of them get lost, gonna get lost in the squish anyway. Like back in here, you can't even count those. I see basically, two back there. That's all you have to do. Get that one line, and the rest will follow suit. You know, if you need to get in there and do a few more like Lisa will, yeah, that'll be fine. Other things about this blue herring. Oh man, there's going to be so much. We do have a nice dark spot here that's darker than the rest. That will help, really hold this guy down a little bit, give us that contrast we need. Also in its face, really nice things. Get that, really sharp point in this beak. We really want to get a really nice sharp point, and then you get its head here. You split it in half, well, almost in half. You're going to probably get, pretty much right there on its, top of its head to where his beak starts. Get really pretty close to that. And then if you split the back end, you can get where the back of the eye is almost. So 50-50, if you got. So you get this distance and that distance. I'm just talking about how to lay it out. I'm always just jumping the gun, trying to. That's how I do things. I look for proportions, how things fit against each other. This distance and this distance, being about the same. You're almost getting right here where it's going to start to go down, turn. So the length of his head and the part of his neck here pretty much are about the same. I see you find that in horses and a few other things too. So, but this isn't a horse. I don't think it has any giddy up in it. All right.
Hey, Jim,
Yeah.
quick question. The spot that you said, that nice dark spot behind his neck. So his neck comes down, there's all those long feathers, and that's his neck going back up, and basically his chest, you can't see his chest. Is that true? We see his neck, his back, and his wings.
I think this is the dark
Yeah,
spot.
that spot right there. Is that like the wings on the other side?
That is probably the wing starting, maybe,
Okay.
in the underneath, because I kind of feel like right in here, the wing might start, because you can see it,
Okay.
all the feathers running this way, and then all of a sudden there's a, kind of airplane wing starts to jump out of it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's just the darker spot is probably his body.
Okay. Okay.
I'm thinking, unless you know better.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm trying to figure out how long his neck is. And so his neck,
6 feet. 6 feet.
so his neck actually kind of ends below that kind of pinkish cream spot, but behind it, you're starting to see part of his body. Am I
Yeah.
reading it right?
I'm
Okay.
I'm thinking, yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking right here is where his neck pretty much meets his body, just because of the way these feathers are,
Okay.
the hairy feathers. That's pretty much where they end. They don't
Okay.
go except for back here. Maybe his neck goes all the way back here. I don't think so though.
Yeah, it looked pretty long if you
Yeah,
did it that way.
and and the way I paint, details come at the end. Don't get hung up on details. Don't think about cleaning up edges till the end. You can do that pretty easily, and we can get these guys in the end too pretty easily. These guys back in here, and these, they kind of come naturally. They're near the end because of the lightness anyway. So we work dark to light. So we'll be painting. That's a teeny dark spot. It's not like a big thing. So I wouldn't. I'll put some marks there, but I'm not going to be living with it for a while. Pretty much, I will probably be marking out a lot of things in this rocks. Darkening in those guys, doing a few things. But I'm going to probably paint those the dark spots in those rocks, probably with my knife. I'm just going to, because that's exactly. If you look at it, if you scrape a knife down on top of this stuff on some top of color, you're going to get that effect, this effect that's going on right there in these rocks, these boulders. So I'll probably be doing that dark at the end too. So then I'll take care of that per spot too, because they are probably value-wise, they're almost exactly the same, and I probably could use the same color. That's the way I am. But that means we'll probably end up starting with starting with the wings. I picked the wrong photo today. Oh, no. We'll figure it out. I'm going to be painting those blues and things in there. I'm not going to be getting too tight. I'm always going to keep it loose so I can always keep moving things around easy. So definitely we're just going to have to figure out, make sure that the herring has a different tone blue than the water, which is green. They both can have a little bit of those two colors in them, which is what you're supposed to have. It's going to be reflective colors. So, but the background is slightly warmer, but not by much. Okay. Any questions?
Is that a pink up at the top? I mean, those are actually the color of his wings.
Right there, those dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not.
Cool.
Yeah, I decided to go in there and paint those pinks in for you because I wanted you to be able to see them. Yeah, you're funny. No, those must be in there, and you can
Well,
see
they
the
have a
pink.
lot nice color.
Yes, it's beautiful color. And look in the neck. You can see the repeated in the neck, that value, that color's in this neck. So it's not going to be just in those one spots, even though it does pop out. We can also tone those down, and the Audubon Society will come hunting you if you do that, but that's okay. They won't catch me. All I got to do is beat you. That's it. All right. No. So that's what we have. Now, let's go down. Let's go over to our beautiful palette of colors and things we're going to be working with today. Let me bring this a little closer. Ooh. Keep that there for now. So here we go. We got palette knife, definitely. Palette. This is just a regular glass palette with a painted background, painted back. You can get good piece of glass, safety glass, and just paint it with some gray primer or something like that behind it. Spray paint, water primer. Be done in 5 minutes. These are my colors, and I asked for you to get them, but if you don't have them, that's okay. We can make adjustments, and there are other colors in the same family that we can go with. First, we're starting off with titanium white, and then this one is cad yellow light. This is cad red light. And then cad orange. These cads are what really keep my painting, bright or light, just because they are so bright. And they really lighten up a lot of the midtones and even the darks when we get going. Here I have, this is a ochre. This is, I think, orange ochre left over from a painting. Else it would be yellow ochre usually, but I don't throw away paint. So that's an orange ochre. Don't know where we're going to use it. Didn't really think ochre is going to be a big problem, big part of this painting. Here we have light oxide red. Light oxide red. I've been calling it oxide red light for forever. I finally read the tube right, and my dyslexia probably didn't kick in, and so it's light oxide red. Alizarin crimson or rose madder deep if you are a Rembrandt person. I do Rembrandt, so this is, but you know, alizarin crimson is really the same color pretty much. Rembrandt doesn't do uh, alizarin crimson for some reason. This is a cobalt blue hue. It looks like it's a knockoff of cobalt. It's a scientifically made color that looks like cobalt when they add white to it. But it is one of the darkest blues on the market. So I love it for the contrast and the color it brings to the painting. Here we got phthalo green on the blue side, or blue shade. Love this color. This color helps out filling in my darks here, and just widens my palette out. And the last color up here is transparent oxide red. Transparent oxide red and light oxide red. Different colors, different things. They will get mixed up as we paint, but don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
What if
Okay.
I don't have the light oxide red?
Do you have Venetian?
No, I have
You have
brown and red. I
brown
can
red? That
do
might
it.
do it. As long as you're using a red like it, that you'll be fine. Terra Rosa is a
Yes.
nice one. Terra
Okay.
Rosa is another one we can use.
Okay.
And up here, if you don't have this one, you can have burnt sienna. Burnt sienna is really close to this one. It's just a little redder than this. This is a little goldier. And so it's kind of adds a little more life to your paintings. Here we have some big brushes. Got my big brush. We'll do about 3/4 of the painting. This one is really on its last legs. It's starting to lose hairs in here. So I always, the last painting I did, I had to pick out a couple hairs. So that one's done. That's when you know this brush is done. These ones last pretty long. I've had it all summer. So then some other, these are synthetics brushes. Dealt a few different ones, some squares. Basically, you like using squares or flats. And over here are my bristle brushes, which we'll be using. Got to have both. These guys make a totally different mark than the synthetics. So it's really good to know your marks. And we got a paint eraser. Just in case we make mistakes and need to scrape things off, this comes in really handy. And that is about what we're going to be painting with today. I'm going to put a few things over here. All right. Yeah. All right. Oh, also, my painting medium is safflower oil. I don't have anything toxic in my studio because it's in my house. So I just use safflower oil as my medium. And I use baby oil to clean my brushes. So I don't have any smell in the house either. Linseed oil kind of really can stink. So I try to stay away from that. All right. There we go. Hopefully you guys are ready to paint now. Here we go. Let me grab my photo. Call up my stuff. Okay. There we go. Pretty much, this looks really pretty close to my monitor. I work off a big monitor over here to the side. First colors. First colors of the new painting season. I'm gonna go for these darks in here. These kind of darks that are in the wings. and probably throw out some of the bird here. They have a lot of blue in them, but I'm going to go a little green first. Of course, right? Everybody knows I go phthalo green and alizarin first. That's usually what I do. It's one of the so phthalo green. So when I make one pile, when I mix two colors together, I make two piles. I bring out a little bit of each, and one is going to be on the red side, which was the alizarin side, so it's going to have more red in it with green. And then the other one will have a little bit less red in it, and it's going to be on the green side. I do this all the time just because it really makes the transitions cleaner and nicer. Because a lot of times when you're out you're painting, you're going to find that you put down a color and you find out you feel like it's the wrong temperature, and then you go, yeah, it's the wrong temperature, but you got the right temperature right next to it. So it's going to be, this is always warm. This is going to be a little warmer because it's on the green side. This is a little purple, falls behind green. So it's a little cooler, so it's usually falls behind it when they're even, everything's even value wise. So we're going to start off there. I'm going to be mixing up all my darks up top here, just all the dark colors I see in this painting, but that's just the way I work. We're going to need some warms too. So we're going to stay with a little bit of phthalo green. And we're just going to come down here and do a little bit of light oxide red. So we're going to have one like this. It's going to be on the red side. And then we're going to put some more red into this one. And we're going to leave that on the green side.
Or Venetian.
Or Venetian side.
Ah.
Or Terra Rosa side. Right. Oh, I just made that. Oh, I made that a little too red. Okay, this is the red side now. And that is the green side. That's how easy it is. It's just, you usually just flip them around. One thing with phthalo green, it is a very strong color. So even if they look the same, or the red's really coming out this side, it won't when you add white to it. Right now, I can get a red brown out of it, but when we add white to these colors, that it usually goes away. Green just jumps forward in that. Okay. I'm going to do about the same colors with blue now. But blue is my base tone. So put out blue, and I'm going to put out alizarin into it. Not that much alizarin, probably. Or I don't need it to take over. But it can make a nice, really dark, nice red dark. This blue is not that strong, so basically I can take a little bit of this mix of alizarin and blue together and just basically tone my blue a little bit. So I still want this on the blue side. I want that on the red side. So when I bring it down, you can really see there's a difference in color. And the last color, well, it's going to be blue. Going to be a couple blue colors here because we've got to get a few colors for this guy. But we're starting. I'm going to go again, just do what I just did with over here and use light oxide red with blue. And as you can see, yeah, this blue is not the strongest. So it's going to go lose out a little bit to So I might have to bring in some more blue here too. This one, yeah, definitely gonna bring in some blue because it is a blue herring. That's too much. Even that's too much. There we go. So one of these colors will definitely be the darks and the wings. You know, get these dark. Sometimes in these blue things, sometimes it has to go warm. It has to go, in the red side to get those those feathers to separate out. So, but we got it. I just need a couple more grays. I mean, some of these colors are going to definitely turn gray, be some nice grays, but I need a couple more. So I am going to go with put some oxide, transparent oxide, or burnt umber or sienna, out, and blue. This should make a really nice dark. Almost black, almost like a warm black. And then this one, I'm going to keep it on the red side. So, look at that richness. Whenever I mix colors, I just really like to pay attention to what's happening, because even if I don't get a lot of use out of this color in this painting, I might get it out of the next one. It might really fit really well in some other painting. So that's, these two colors are really great. I think they're going to fit in these rocks pretty nicely. I think if I might go one more color here, just really push the blue on the blue side if you can. Just a little bit more blue. Yeah. Maybe steel. I mean, really, boy. Transparent oxide is a weak color. That tells you about this blue. Really. There we
That
go.
could be burnt sienna,
That could be burnt sienna. It could definitely be burnt sienna.
or it could be
Oh,
no.
yeah, it can't be burnt umber, but it has to be a transparent color. So burnt sienna would probably be it. Anything else? I think that's about it. There's a bunch of specialty colors we're gonna have to make, like yellows or oranges for the beak and the eye. But I think all the other colors are gonna come out of these.
Jim, that very last color you made, that was.
That
Yeah.
was just, yeah, that was still transparent oxide and blue, but this just has a lot more blue in it.
Okay. Okay.
My blue was just was not. This is probably half and half.
Okay.
So I really needed some blue. Definitely, I think this color might even get into the wings. That's the thing. This color.
Thank you.
That's what I'm thinking. Gonna have a lot of these colors. Okay. Now, that'll be enough for most of the painting. Be able to get 3/4 of the painting done with this stuff. We will have to mix in some yellows and oranges to get the rock color, but we don't have to do that here because it's okay. So I'm going to split these piles almost in half, and then I'm going to add just white to it. And the magic number would be 7, I think. I'm going to add enough white to make each of these second colored piles I'm making right now. I'm going to put enough white in these piles to make them a value of 7. So might not take too much white. And then I'm going to add some more white to them and probably take them to 4. Yeah, 4s. And you're going to have over 3/4 of the painting will be done or mixed when you're done with that. And then we just got to, like I said, add orange or yellow to one of these colors that's going to take it to these rock colors, which should probably come out of these guys right down here. I'm just hedging my bet. That's where I would be leaning. So I'm going to add enough white into each one of these guys to make it a value, hit the value of 7. And 7's on this grayscale next to the photo. As you can see, I've already had too much. I'm at probably about a 6. I have to steal a little bit from here. It is also a little bit on the, let's just say it's on the green side. I'm gonna add just a touch of red. It's of the natural color, 2 colors to it, just to gray it out, just a touch, so it's not so green. And then I can add this one. This one's going to go to purple gray. I might be able to get this in there. It's a cool color. As you can see, yeah, it looks purple over here. I come over here, it's green. So I'm going to push the red into that a little bit more. And then when I bring it over here, yeah. It went dark because I added red to it, so I got to add white to bring it back. Get it back to a 7. So all these colors have to be at 7 because they need to be to work together. That's getting close, but that is 7. No, closer to 8. Just a touch more white. I'm going to cheat a little lighter, but that's okay. That's good. We're staying there. Going to take the rest of them up. This is where I put a lot of people to sleep, I hear. Because my voice just is so calming. And so, what can we do, right? Yeah. Yeah, just a touch too green. See this color right here. These 2 colors, this green and light oxide. This is where I was going to shoot for, value-wise. Yeah, but we are way too dark because we're at 7s. We need to bring it down to about the 5s and stuff. But we will. We will. Not right now. We got to get the rest of them done, and then we'll take them all down to probably 4s. Now this should be an interesting thing right here, this blue. As you can see, it's just cool. It's just a little too cool, but it might find its way in sometimes into the feathers. You can't have everything warm or it's just gonna sit there. So you got to have a little colors vibrate. This is the purple side. Oh, I can see that in here, probably in a lot of the shadows. So that's good. It's good. Oh yeah, these guys. This is light oxide and blue. Oh, not blue gray. Not bad. This is the red side. Oh yeah. There you go. Values are pretty close. Those are pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take them just down a hair more. I'm kind of don't really need it too much more. It's going to be in the lighter mid tones. So I'm going to take the blue and these guys down just a little bit farther because they're close. These guys are going to be supposed to do all the work I counted on these guys to being like these colors. So this is a nice dark mid-tone. Yeah. This is in the back wing over here. This is, in here and here. They got to go lighter, a little bit lighter yet. Let's see how these do. These are oxide, transparent oxide in blue. Wow. That is brown. That is brown. Okay. This is on the blue mid. This is right down the middle, I would say. So that's on the red set transparent oxide side. This is on the equal with the blue. Wow. This hits the rocks pretty well. I was thinking it, wasn't thinking it for there. Exactly. And then this is on the blue side with warm red, transparent red in it. Little warm. Yeah, just a touch warm. I'm going to add just a little bit more blue to it. Yeah, it just needs yes, it's here too far. Okay, and I'll just add just a touch of white to it. Get it back to a 7. There you go. That's going to be really close to what I need for a lot of the wings, for highlights in the wings. That will be doing a lot of the yeoman's work of darkening up things. So remember that color. All right. That's pretty good. Now, basically, I'm going to be looking for doing the highlights in the face here in the bird. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to try with a little transparent oxide or burnt sienna. And I'm going to go with yellow. I know it can make a nice orange. And I can get that in here. Definitely in there. And that's probably, I don't need much more than that. I don't know what this is going to do. This is,
Jim, my internet dropped. What did you mix with the transparent red? Yellow?
this one right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, cad yellow.
thank you.
Cad yellow. That's all. They were so close together, it wasn't worth the space here. So I can get pretty much everything out of that. I think just adding a little white to this color, or more, I can add just a touch more yellow to a piece of it. Don't need that much, just a teeny piece. So all I need is basically an eye, a yellowy eye. It's still going to be about that. Maybe I need that highlight a little bit lighter too. That's okay. I'm going to clean this yellow off here, down in here. So I'm going to put a little yellow down in here. And I'm going to go back up top into these darks and bring it down. These are rock colors. They don't look like it, but they are going to be in this moss area here. I could just add a little more yellow to it. Oh, too much probably. And I got the moss in there. And then on this one, this is on the red side with yellow. There we go. what kind of rich kind of color, real brown. You could find that on the edge here and on back in here. Okay, yeah. What about the blue? I mean, let's just see what happens here if we add some yellow to it. It's going to go green, of course, but maybe it's a cool different green. I don't know. Maybe. No, not in here. So we don't have to worry about that color. But it's good to mix it up to make sure. The last thing is basically we just need to really. Now I'm just going to go for the herring colors. A little bit harder. I think I have enough to work with for the red, blue areas and the purple areas, but its back and head need to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to take these colors here, just take a piece of them. Doesn't have to be huge, just a little amount of them, and lay them down in here, pretty much in the same order. Just a little piece of them, not too much. And I'm going to add white to them to take them to a maybe a 3. I'll take that one right over here because those two are together, and then bring this down in here. Because these two colors here were supposed to make gray, but I just didn't add enough blue to them, so I'm going to just add a little bit more blue to this color and gray it out. And I could use more grays in this thing. So I'm just going to add white to these guys to about a 3 value. And then all I got to do is the head, the whites. And they're going to come out of these colors. That's where they have to come out of. That is just a 4. Really close, pretty right off the bat. So I was thinking in there, but this color probably should end up being up closer to that. Oh yeah, shoot, I do need to make a bigger piles of a couple of these colors. So see where you start to get the purple in here. Now that's what I was counting on saying. I got 3/4 of this painting up here, and I got a little teeny pile paint. Both these guys. This could be grayed out a little bit closer, keeping it on the green side, keeping this on just on the purple side, and this is just on the green side still. And then going for the values, you can see that's definitely this purple can get into that area really nice. So at least I know how to make it. It's just going to be those two together with a lot of white. These next two colors are the ones I really thought were going to be the watercolors because of the warmth. Yeah, they're going to be the darker areas in it when you take them to that value. These are oxide, light oxide red and green. This is the green side. Just trying to not let it go too light. I let it go just a hair too light. Gonna bring the green back into it. And it starts to fall into these areas here. Just a little dark now, but should be okay. All right. And then all these cool, you have most of these purples in here can be this one. But sometimes you just need a cool one here and there. And this alizarin blue can get in here a lot too. It might even be the highlights. That one went a little light. This one's probably going to go a little light too because I squeezed it in here, but as you can see, oh, look at it on the back of that back of the bird. So, a few of these colors can go anywhere. Go in the water, go in the bird. As long as you don't, put them too close together, it'll work. Definitely could be in there. That's gonna be fun. It's pretty much all these top colors, are gonna be on the bird. Are gonna be in the water. And then these blue grays. Blues and oxide. Should get me into this stuff. You can see that. It almost feels warm yet. Needs to be cooler. Maybe it's the alizarin. Maybe it is though, just the alizarin side. I was thinking it's these two, but it's simple as, yeah, there it goes. A lot of times when you put a warm against a cool, like these two, that's the warm will cool off, make the blue feel cooler. And it will do the same with the red. It's going to make the red feel warmer. So we got all that stuff. This stuff here might have to be toned down a little bit, but I think we can put this stuff down and then put this stuff on top of it. Well, let's see what these guys are. These are some more grays. Just warm grays. Maybe we can get them into this top of this bird a little bit. And this green. It can get into a lot of different areas. It's a little dark right now, though. All right. So now we just need really the whites in this guy, with pretty much everything else. Whites are going to be kind of interesting. We're going to start off with some of the yellow, some of our yellow we did here. And we're going to also do oxide, transparent oxide with white. Transparent oxide turns a little cool, and it's like burnt sienna. Turns a little cool and off red, so it can get into this area here. Just a little whiter though. Take it up to, and I can start to get it into this stuff. You can start to see the warmth come out of it when it gets a kind of temperature. The yellow should pretty much be good to go for that stuff mostly though anyway. So I'll be working with these two colors to do this. And probably really blue white, same value. And that's it. Yes, I know it sounds a lot of work, but this will speed up the painting because we'll be painting, and we should have a block in within an hour and a half. We have to because class is over. I'm going to run through the colors again for you. What I'm talking about up here. We start off with phthalo green and alizarin. And of course, is pretty much my go-to colors. This is the green side. This is the red side, down to about a 7. Same over here. We did phthalo green and light oxide red. Coming down green side, red side. Here we did blue and alizarin. And this is the red side. This is the blue side. And then we did blue and oxide red light. Red side, blue side. I mean, you could even mix these two together just a touch more. And try to get a real neutral. See, that one's almost a little red, just a touch more blue in it then. Get a nice neutral one like that. Definitely bird color. Definitely good. Oh, look at that. No, You might want to do that one. Do a mix of both these guys equally, so we go for a middle ground gray that doesn't really read too blue, too red. That one's just slightly red. So maybe I'll make another one on the blue side. Easy enough. Transparent oxide and blue, and blue and transparent oxide. This is one we barely have any blue in. This one we have equal parts. This one we have all blue with just a little bit of transparent oxide coming in. Bring him down with white to about a 7. Then we went back and took these guys and brought them down and added yellow to them. The green, like I said, I don't know where it's going to be, where it's going to go, or if it's going to go. Don't care. Then we got beak colors. We got transparent oxide and yellow. I might even go, like just a, hair more transparent oxide and sides, because there's a couple of oranges right in the beak that are kind of cool. So you might even go almost pure transparent oxide and just. My cad yellow is pretty strong, so it doesn't take too much to, for it to change things. Then I took all the colors and laid them back out here, and we added white to them to about a 3. Yeah, about a 3. Some went 4s, 3s, 4s. Tried to get them lower. And then our last colors we did transparent oxide with white, just a little bit of white, or a lot of white. Yellow, this yellow with a lot of white, and then blue and alizarin, just basically blue and a lot of white. Just trying to get these guys together because it was going to be coming in to our highlight colors. Whew. All right, see you guys next week. Have fun. All right, see, I'm a joker, and that was supposed to be funny. That was funny. That was funny to me.
We're all muted, so you can't hear us laugh.
Oh, I'm sure you guys, laugh it up, laughing boy. Ah, okay. All right, I'm trying to get this thing from sliding around here. Okay. Okay. Let me know if this thing starts to skip and roll. It won't take much for that thing to do. I just kind of got a loose screw on it. Okay. Baby wipes. Or when you have to get that paint off your hands, you got phthalo green all over your hands. I mean, baby wipes will do that. Phthalo green's a pain in the butt. Everybody knows that. Baby wipes take it off though. I don't know where I got all this paint. Usually I don't have paint on my hands. So anyway, before I start here, you guys have any questions? Any more color questions?
No.
All right, we are going to town then. We will be moving on to the painting stage of this class. And it'll take us to our critiques at the end, so you better have something painted. You better paint fast. We need block gills. No goofing around. All right. I'm going to tone my canvas with safflower oil and
Whoops, sorry.
it's okay.
Let me mute. My iPad just fell. Hang on.
No. Okay, transparent oxide and oil. Just a little bit of just oil and transparent oxide. And gotta get the white out of this panel, and also to get it ready to paint. A lot of times you can just see it beat up uh, at this point. So that's no good. We don't want it to beat up. This will also help tie the painting together a little bit. This red will be into everything a little bit. That's always good and helpful. So I'm just going to put a light coat on it and then rub it in. No. Let me go 1 second. Did I get that? There we go. Sorry, just setting up my other camera, make sure I have everything. I got that, rub it in. It's There we go. This will help. I'm basically wiping off everything, all the oil off this canvas too. There's just a little bit left. So you don't want too much there. Everything won't glide. I mean, everything would start to drip. So you really want to, especially on cheaper canvases, you really want to wipe it off good. Rocks, pretty much right about here, I think. These will be rocks down in here. I'm just gonna take some liberties. If we don't get to the rocks, I can at least have a tone in there. And this is transparent oxide. And as we know, the colors from stuff that we will be using a lot in these rocks is our transparent oxide and blue. So, hey, just hedging bet and just getting going. Trying to block it in quick. We said about the wing. Out here. And I'm just gonna, like I said, kick it out to a little bit more closer to 7 o'clock than 6 o'clock. Just because of just don't want it to be too straight down like this one is. It's okay to have one down there like that, as long as this is the main one, telling me that I'm just coming over here. Right? Okay. Right. And they all got to come back and to this point here. So this one even needs to point up a little bit more. That shape they make comes back in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Well, it was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. Okay, 9. And then the section 2, big section, little other wing back there, I guess. Okay, so that's that, and a few back feathers here for the tail feathers. This is going to be the spot for the wing right here. Okay, so that's that, and then the neck. See how terribly I laid it out. Oh shit. I can move things back if I have to. This angle here from the wings here, if you take that up, it almost goes up straight up with to the head here. So, oh boy. That down should be. So laid it out just a little poorly. Probably should have shrunk it down just a hair more. Didn't do this wing right. Well, that's okay. I'm just going to cheat it. So we'll get some painting done. If I have to draw it out all day, we won't get any painting in. So I'll just move it up a little higher. As long as I got this guy here pretty good. I know. So the beak's here and here. At about halfway. A little bit under halfway is this part for the eye. And the eye comes straight up the middle. The eye will be right there. Probably. Should be right there. And we have a block in. No, we don't have a block in, but man, you can see how easy the beak is to do. I'm not going to mark. I'm not going to do the markings at this point because there's no need to. like I said about the neck, it's kind of like a swan's neck. You know, it has about the same width, maybe just a little wider at the top, but going down around the neck and stuff here, it's all same width. I get some hairs coming out here, and the hairs coming out here should fill it up. You know, I got lucky. I guess I kind of say lucky just because of it laid out halfway decent. I mean, I can still probably take this up a little higher and get a little bit more of a leaf on or thing on it, but it should be fine. Three little lines coming off. These are lines there. I don't need to know that. If I miss anything, it's just that little dark area and stuff can be a little bit smaller. And then in here, just rocks. All right. You guys done? Now we're going to go through and just do some underpainting real quick. Go through all the dark colors. She's going to do the dark colors because they will get the structure in, start to get the structure in. I'm not going to worry about too much about the lines. I say that I'm not worried about them, but I'll probably end up putting in a few shaded spots just for myself. You know,
What color did you pull from, Jim?
I am starting with phthalo green and alizarin. Very
On the
tough colors.
Green side?
This is
Green
going to
side?
be no red side. Red side first. Red side first. So I'm not going to put in the lines because I can see already if I put in the lines, it's not going to go very far. So there's your painting right here. That's it. One mark. Very abstract. Kind of cool. You know, like I said, I'm probably gonna put these guys in with the rocks in here again with my knife at the end. So I'm just gonna lay them out a little bit in blocks. Elsewhere, I'm not gonna have anything to do with this color. That was it. Everything else is, like I said, mostly midtones. But we mix these colors. We got to use them. Let's see. I'm going on the phthalo green side. I'm going to go with the green side. I want to see. It is pretty green, so that's pretty good. I'm going to lay it into this, into these feathers here. Lightly. It's not too heavy. Just want to start to fill it in as soon as I can. that's, that color can be adjusted. And it warmed up a lot more than it was just because of the transparent oxides underneath here. So I'm just going to run it in a few places here. Now it's really light on my brush. So I can just start to lay in a few of these feathers. I'm going to keep going and just get a little bit in the shadow of its neck. Back here on the back side, coming back around. Should be a little warmer than this, but I just want to start to get as much done as I can. And value-wise, it should be fine. Not worrying, like I said, about too many. Well, I'm going to also, sheet, just put in the marking here. Mark the marking area. And I'm just going to pretty much run out my brush here. Just get this color out of my brush. There is some things in the water. And I find that putting them in with this underpainting, this green or just a little purple to it, adds a lot. It will help bring a lot of life to the painting when the other colors come in, the midtones come in and grab these things. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. That's why I'm putting these guys in. And then I'm going to tone the corners a little bit. This is going to be with the blue purple side. So it's a little darker, but it'll lighten up. I just want to really make sure that there's a tone here. Maybe I can get this wing to pop out of that tone a little bit. So I'll just keep it a little darker right behind the wing here. So when it comes in, and there is also a little bit of a wave coming in. So most of this stuff is going to be a little cooler, but right now it won't make a difference. All right. Yeah, you can't understand crap from this thing so far. So let me draw a little bit better. I didn't put the feet in. I'm not exactly sure in this painting where everything's going to end up being. So I don't want to put any of the feet into the end because I want to make sure the rocks and the stuff are, right before I put the feet in. I don't want to paint around feet, especially skinny ones like those. All right. Gonna go, that's my first two colors. I'm gonna be swinging over here to the red light oxide red and green. This is on the red side, so it's kind of a brown. Definitely could, probably be down in these rock areas here. Definitely at full strength, not red brown. There are some rocks down in here that have a good tinge of that into them. So, and then there's some green ones and some more red ones. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this right on its neck, here on the back of its neck, and that in this S curve here. Just on the back side here, shadow side. Let's see if I can lighten that up. I think that's about all I'm going to put it in. The green side, definitely. Again, now if I go to the green side, yeah, definitely you're going to find it that down in here, really a lot heavier. Uh, oh. Okay, I'm sure I put everybody to sleep now. We are going. Let's go. Smooth the stuff out a little bit. There's really no hard edges except for some dark spots coming in at the end. All right. We're moving on. Now we're moving to alizarin and blue. Alizarin and blue with this very kind of a red purple here. Yeah. Red purple. Like I said, it's not really going to be anywhere in this thing yet. Just thinking about this eye right here. I'm just going to have some fun. Everything else at this value, if I keep it light, there's a few spots I can see a little bit of cool purple in. Sometimes you gotta lay down the color and start thinning it out like this to see where it really goes. See what happens. I can start to see it now in some of these feathers at the bottom in the midtones. Probably, yeah. If I see them there, I would definitely look over here to these guys, and you're gonna see some purple. So this is alizarin and blue on the red side. But it's full strength, so it's going to hold on. It's going to have a lot of go power at the end. So when I do bring in my the color I mixed up for this, it's going to move in with this purple. And that's the thing is, when you paint, you want your color. You don't want to overpaint, and you don't want to have your colors mix too much. So I'm always thinking about what's the mix, and what's going to be the final mix. So this is just alizarin and blue coming up here around these feathers here. And this back area of this back end here, definitely towards the back of the wings, the bottom of the feathers here. You definitely get a little more purple in here. And start thinking about that one separation, some of these separations in here. That's what this brush is perfect for, is this simple little line stuff. Just marking a few of the other feather places. Back edge of this wing here coming in. See how I do here. Just now I can start to get my bearings. They look okay. Again, I'm gonna put that purple in the water a few spots. Just try and keep everything kind of flowy. So, you don't want to, everything's going to be soft in the water. So I don't want anything to hold viewers' attention too much. Just want to have nice soft colors. Purples and greens going together. And up here again, when it goes off the painting, just really push that purple at the edges. Green and then back to purple. All right. I'm going to put the shadow in too. The shadow here on his back. Definitely want to make it in a little bit of purple, a little coolness coming out. It's going to be warm into here, and then the shadow on these grays is going to be in kind of a little bit of that. And then I'll push a little more. Like just in the bottom of the neck right in here. Goes a little bit of purple right at the turn, right up there to the turn. So push that in, maybe up here at the head too, right about in here, before it comes straight out in here. Push some purple in there. Yeah, put purple everywhere. Purple power. Okay. Got this back in here. This purple here can really just get behind the head here. So this is on the back wing. I didn't have it in far enough. I want to get it to the crown of the head here, behind the crown of the head, so it pushes the head forward. That's what I'm doing there, just making sure it gets in there. Okay. Now I can be done with that. Now I'll go to the blue side. See what happens. Blue side. Probably going to go in probably a lot of the same places. Probably I know it's going to go a little heavier in these creases here. Definitely want to see just a little bit more blue here and there. That's going to give it a good shimmering effect. And the colors kind of just, if you don't mix them up, I'm basically putting them in and, leaving it, and again, just right on that edge of the feather, that little line. So I'm just going to put a line of blue there, and I already have purple, but right there at the edge, just give it some strength of color. And bring it up a little bit there. Okay. I think not going to go too far with that one. I pretty much think I, went far enough anyway. Didn't go too far. The back feathers here. These ones have a lot more green in them, so these ones will be a little blue. These should fall back. Okay. Well, look what we got here. Do we not have a mess? Okay, darks here. I do have those one darks. These are transparent oxides and blues. Oh wait, no, I didn't do the other one. I don't have any place for them. I'm gonna go transparent and blue. Most of those guys are gonna be go down in here. I don't need to use them. I'm gonna go to the blue side though. I'm gonna try the very blue and transparent oxide. So it is lots of blue. Basically this wing color. And without white yet. So the white will be really make these pop. And this is the hardest part of this one right here is going over these wings over and over again and trying to keep them alive, keep them interesting, without making them mud. So it is pretty delicate. I'm not doing too much. I'm going to be really swinging out of this color very quickly and going to be done with my darks already. Spots over here I could put it in. Yeah, a lot of this stuff over here, some things here, we can catch at the end too. It's not going to do too much. Whoa. Sorry about that. Oh, that went down. That's the wrong side. Sorry. Make everybody sick. I got a little knob loose there. Gotta get to. So that's my darks. Now everything else. Now we can go to our midtones with everything with white. Well, let's work on these wings since it's right there. We got the blue on a brush. Basically, we just got to go down here and start touching some of this blue here, the blue white that we mixed up with has a little transparent oxide in it to about a 7. I'm not. It's going to be a really light touch. And what I'm going to try and do is lay it in here really gently and just pull it over these guys and let everything work together. I'm going to have to come back and put the line in the feather, but that's an easy thing. So I'm coming up here. I didn't do a whole lot of work up this top part of the wing here. Could have used more darks up here, but it's okay. So that's one feather. Really doing one side of the feather and then come back and laying in the other side. Working towards from the edge and pushing it in so it doesn't overpower all the colors. 2 done. I ain't got 9 to do. Just like I said, hit the one side and then come back to the back side. Leave it dark as much as you can. These things lighten up pretty quickly. And when they light up, you don't get that separation. Get rid of my white spots. Like a fan again. Everything kind of goes back, just like perspective things, 1 point perspective. Touch these little teeny spots out of the way. And then I'm on the back ones, just like that. And these guys can be a lot thinner, you know, a little different. It's what I kind of liked is that the strokes to use are going to be different than these are side view, you know, verticals going up. And these guys here can be just really, you know, just pull down straight like that in a blend. Get a little bit in the chest. Okay, now these wings definitely could get a little bit of this color in them, but it's not, these are gray. Yeah, you're welcome. I knew you didn't know your colors, so yeah, this is gray. Gotta get these feathers to line up. Got that spot, and okay. Wow, just gotta, you know, I've got these back feathers here. You don't get a whole lot more love there, but you know, if I have this like this, I might start to touch this spot here a little bit on his marking on his head here, coming in and going right behind his eyeball. Don't have to be perfect with that. I mean, I'm sure that all these markings are not exactly the same on every bird, so you know, 3/4 of the way, pretty good. Okay. All right. We are done with one of our major colors right there. That one's going to soften a little bit. All right. I'm going to go back now. I want to paint the water in. Get going on that. I got some cool to my things here. I want to get some grays here. I'm going to go back to my very first colors. I know the purple. I want to go with the purple. This is phthalo green and alizarin and white to about a 7. I want to start laying this in the water here. I'm going to lay it in kind of light because I think as I put it in here, it can only goes more in the shadow areas than everything else is going to be good, more green going in here. So I'm going to just go by this really pretty quick, tone things in. I mean, definitely, you know, you're going to find it probably definitely in the bird, but got it in a few spots here. And again, up here in the corner, just softening it in little by little. That's how you got to do it, little by little. I'm going to bring this color down too, just around this. Leave a little gap here because for a shine in the water. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go to the green side. Like I said, the green side can't be too bright, too greeny. So I'm mixing back the purple, the alizarin, and the color we just used. I'm just bringing in a little bit of the green from the other pile in, because I just feel like it has to be subtler. And that's almost too dark. This is almost too dark. So it's going to have to be warmer too. This is just a little cool. So hold on. You know, again, if anywhere it goes, it's going to go in the shadow areas of the water. You know, rocks, you can see sort of rocks in there. So there we go. All right. Yeah, this is the colors I thought it was going to be. This is uh, light oxide, red and phthalo green. This is on the green side. Let me see. It's just a little dark. So I'm gonna have to go cut down. Let me try. I'm gonna cut down here to it's at a 4 value, and that's a lot closer. That's almost a little too green though. Maybe the has to be the warm side, the red side. Oh wow, it hits the red side. So that's why I do 2 colors. Because definitely I would say, look at this, and I would say this area here is green. So it has to be phthalo green. It has to be this. It has to be that, you know. And then when I get here, it's really the red side is a lot closer to what I need. It's more of a grayed out green. And all those colors I mixed in here already are going to just, I want to keep the basic kind of shape of the shadow things. So but I don't want them all the same either. They all got to be a little different. So a little bit of mix here. And I got to come right up to the feather. I'm just going to take it right to it that way. And then I'm going to clean my brush. Maybe add just a touch of more green to it. And get this up here. I'm just going to do the bottom part of this section here with it. That feels just so much warmer and greener. So I think it's going to be, I'm going to have to, it's going to be in, I didn't mix this color. So I think I'm going to have to mix one color here. would be transparent oxide and phthalo green. That's probably the color I'll be have to mix for this last to make everything work. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I might even have it here. I might have it. It might be I do have the blue, and let me see what this does. Blue and transparent oxide here. Not warm enough. Here's the oxide side. It's pretty close. That's almost there. See it in here. How about the yellow? Add a little bit of yellow. I'm going to mix the two together a little bit. Let me see if that works. So this back edge here, it's really putty color. Needs more yellow. Need some yellow in there. You know that yellow, that green I said was not going to go anywhere? I was wrong. I'm going to grab a little bit of it. Oh, jeez. Oh, how wrong can I be? Definitely. Yeah, there it is. Shit. Okay, see, that's why you mix all your colors. You just got to mix them because you never know, you know. So this is that green, but I have a lot of white in it. I just have, so it has green. This is transparent oxide with blue. And this is off that blue side. And I added just a little bit of yellow to it. And to all those oxide colors. And got this really kind of green out of it. And so that's what this color is. Just knocked down with white and just a little more oxide coming into it. So interesting. So this is, I didn't, so it should be, now I can start to make shapes and then get the mid shapes and the secondary shapes. So everything should start to fall together. It's light, so it's going to be in the highlights. I'm going to put it in the highlights here, even here for up here. Where is it? That's around the, yeah, okay. So if I put the blue in right, I should be pretty good. The other color purple's in. This color should do a lot of in between colors. And it's pretty good. I might have to go just a little more on the yellow side. So maybe, you know, nothing wasted, but this is really how this guy's going to go. Just get this warmth in here. I'm going to take it into this feather here and start separating feathers out with it. Bring it down just a little bit farther back down in here. Definitely can go down. That's what this area in here needs, just a little bit of warmth mixed in with those colors. That's really nice. So I'm going to leave a lot of this stuff the way it is, pretty much it. I'm going to take it right up to the bird and then bring the feathers back in over it. So that's kind of nice. A nice, real nice, really pretty subtleties going in here. And you know me, I'm just Mr. Pretty subtle guy. So I like that. Oh, those work really well together, in fact. Oh, well, I'm just going to block this last part in real quick. I don't, you know, I want to get to the bird. That's what I want to get to. That's what I'm trying to say. Most of the stuff has got to be smeary anyway because it's all water going over it. So I just got to come back and just probably pull out an edge of one side of the rock or the other. Basically that's all you have to do. You don't do everything. You just put little teeny spots you bring out. Just enough to give the hint away. I'm going to going a little bit warmer too on this back area here. This is a little cooler. Probably could warm up a few spots in here and here. Here. I'm going to get it right up to the birds and the feathers. And that's where we're going next. Lost its beak. Good enough for the background. Good enough for government work these days. I'm not getting paid for it, so I'm not going to do any more work. Sorry. Okay. Now, we did jump pretty far here, and I just wanted to get something to play off of for this guy. We got our midtones in, darks in. I'm going to go back to the midtones and see how these guys go. And like I said, there's a alizarin and blue here. Alizarin, phthalo green. I'm sorry, it's alizarin and phthalo green here. I want to come back in a gray tone and get you look at these feathers here a little bit, trying to get that into these guys. Just these guys, then I'm going to keep going and I'm going to lighten them up too. So there's more work to do here. Yeah, this is like the dark side. So let's see how it goes in here. So beautiful. Wow. Right into here. Leaving it a little streaky, a little fun. Don't get rid of all your strokes. Look for where else you can put them. I don't think I'm trying, make it so no one wants to count these feathers. So this is just phthalo green and alizarin, mostly alizarin side on the alizarin side. So it's got a purple tinge to it. And it's weird when you start putting color into things like this, this area stuff, you can really all of a sudden things thicken up. Like I was really concerned about this. Well, you guys couldn't tell it, but I was really concerned about this neck being going to be skinny, or I'm going to have to, be too. And it didn't turn out that way. I am also going to put, it's going to turn red right up here. So that's why I'm putting a little more of that gray in underneath the beak and in between the neck here. And behind the head here too, a little bit. Just to get it in there. Okay. Going quick. Where else can I put it? Okay, leave it there. I'll put a little bit on the green side. Just a little bit more on the green side, right in here. So it's going to be a little silvery when I put the cools in here. So a little bit of this So I was saying green, I mean phthalo green and alizarin. So back in here is back end here. Just a little more phthalo green into these areas. And purple, of course, it's purple, but just on the basically on that side. It just helps grade things out a little bit. So, okay. I'm going to look where this goes. I'm not exactly sure where this color is going to go. This is light oxide and green phthalo with white to about 7. This is on the red side. I'm going to see what it did here because it's kind of a gray, kind of a warm gray. And I'm thinking maybe I can get it right in the neck here, just behind in the shadow area where I put the dark part of that color already in here. And then get the shape of the bird's head coming around. Just with that, it's otherwise, it's going to go in these, definitely go in these back feathers here. Probably more towards the top of the feathers, up on the ones behind his head here. There's just this kind of a warm gray color right here. And that's with this, we should be good. And also I'm going to come back and I'm probably going to, it's going to probably, that also tells me probably that the green side was going to go in there too. Let me see what that does. This is the green side. And that's what I thought, kind of almost right down the middle, the back edge of some of these guys. That's okay. I'm just gonna work that out. And then I got the light parts of them. That's pretty pretty. You can start to see it. The darks there really helped it. These darks here have to go back into space a little bit more, but not bad. All right. That is the tough parts. I'm going to go to the lizard. I'm going to go down, skip a few and go to blue and oxide red. I'm going to go to the oxide red side, blue and oxide red. These are pretty much what I was thinking was going to happen right in here in the neck. And it was going to be on the oxide red side coming up. As you can see, it almost goes a little purple. So might have to add just a little cad red to it. Yeah, just a touch of cad red to the color. Separate it out a little bit. A little lighter too. That's good. So just a little cad red into the oxide red, light oxide red and blue mix. We got all these greens at the end. And then I'm going to just add just a little cad red to the color just to warm it up just a hair more. And we're just going to work on the head here for a while. As you can see, I added it in there. It's working out pretty well. Definitely says it needs a little bit more though. But we're going to go with it down here a little bit. and get where everywhere else it can go first before I end up starting to change things. Oh, sorry. My wow was when I started going there, it's all of a sudden it felt really good over here too. That had a lot of red in it going right into here. Back end of these guys, it's probably going to go into a few of these uh, feathers on the back end here behind his head. To look for a couple of those guys. Okay. Just a touch more cad red, maybe touch orange into it, maybe cad orange into that. That really warms it up. I'm taking just this one spot here. I'm looking for just to warm it up right around the head, coming around where it's going to start hitting white. Got a lot of blue there. So just a little warmth in the yellow, the cad orange into that color. Into this area right up here. Might need to go just a touch lighter with some white, but shoot, I should be at this point starting to think about switching my brush around. But this is doing pretty well because it's so straight. You know. So you can see the warmth in that. That's coming along well. That might help these areas up here on that guy too, and maybe even some of the edges of these feathers coming down. All right, I got to dig into those. So, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to cut to transparent oxide and yellow and do the beak. Let's get a little bit of this in. This isn't going to be on the real red side first. It's going to be pretty close to this line here. It's going to be a single line. They're not going to go too much farther than that. And this got to come back from that point and reach that one. Put a little more red into that dark area at the bottom. Then the top of the beak just has a little gray to it. Maybe that good mid-tone we made might work. Just thinking out loud. Could be more, needs to be warmer. I do need to be in front of it a little bit too. Can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, I can't even lay the brush in there right. But this has come along pretty quick. Now, I'm going to, like I said, go do a little bit smaller brush. I'm just going to put the highlights in now, where we can start to get a feeling for it. Yeah, I set about halfway down from the top of the head to this, about split it. I'm using a transparent oxide and white for this. It has an arc right here on its one side, and then arc on top of its head. And it would have been nice to do it really thin and stuff. I would have loved that. Put that in better. And right around the eyes, there's still some white. I'm gonna put underneath here, this spot here, definitely on the yellow side. Could go just a touch more yellow. Probably, gonna have to shove the beak in anyway here, but we'll get to that. Yeah, definitely on the yellow side. Even back up here, these guys bringing that back in. Maybe I have to do a bristle brushing. Just not, just a little, flimsy here. Bristle and finish it up. I'm gonna come down and do the head around the neck. Yeah, bristle much better. Just little by little, I'm gonna bring it out little spots. Lighten it up a little bit when it gets down to here, about here. Lighten it up. I can see if how my drawing's doing here. And this guy. Not bad. Can live with that. Okay, just a little more white down in here. I'm gonna put a little more yellow, just a touch of oil. Grab my paint. A little cleaner. And then my knife, I'm going to put in the yellows. Beak. So just get a little bit of paint on the edge here. Oh, as you can see, could have been yellower. A little bit better. And we'll have to look at it just a little closer too. Ooh, talk about close. Always nice to put it in with a nice clean line like that. I'll be doing that pretty much for all these, all the bigger, things down in here. Bigger feathers. If I can just draw them in. I don't have to do too many of these at least. I just, but they're pretty easy to do. And then they don't have to be all the same, so it's kind of nice that sometimes the paint comes off as it wants to. All right, I'm just gonna paint the back of this back, and that should be doing pretty good for today. Good block in. Oh, let me show you. I was going to show you. I was going to show how I want to do it. I was going to put these guys in the rocks in real quick. So 2 seconds there. And then I want to see you guys work. Better be some good stuff. This is a good one. We need good stuff. Yeah, definitely going to go back in and lighten these guys up just a hair, and then lighten these guys up too. Maybe even lighten this area up just a little bit more. Right behind his head. Did not get the right value, did I? See, that needs to be grayer. See how cool how it's jumping out of there. Okay, that's blue. That's jumping out. This is on the red side. It's not jumping out. So, that is probably just a hair light, though. But it is light oxide red and blue and white. The probably should be a 3, but I kind of went a little too light here, but trying to bring it back on the red side. It's just a little. Just a little gray. Cool. Okay. Lighten them up a little bit. Oh, I gotta get in front to get the final feathers in. But this is pretty much it. I did not expect these guys to be more on the red side than they are. So it's always a little thing. This needs to be clean. And that neck probably needs to come out a little bit farther that way. Let me just show you real quick. I want to take a second. I'm going to go. Then I want to see you guys work. But this is putting it in with a knife. I want to put these rock darks in with a knife. This is pretty much a straight mix of transparent oxide and blue. So it's almost like a nice brown. And I got some areas marked off here. And it's right here. Of course, it's right next to this guy. So I'm going to lay my knife down flat, and just put the stuff in kind of thick. And I want it to come off like that. I can just keep layering it on. And it will come off like that and give it a nice texture, which will really feel like rock. in that area. So we're using knife. And it'll be good. It's nice to have a little, texture to your work. So it's not all too beautifully clean. That you have some rough edges to it too. It's always gives you a lot of interest. Change the angle on this one a little, make it a little more interesting. I'm here. So it points up to my bird a little bit more than just anywhere. So that's the basics of that. Then everything else I can come back and just layer in some coolers into these guys, cooler colors. Then my green, work my green into it. Sure it doesn't stand out too much. And that'll be it. At least I got a block in. I will finish this up. I just need to get in front of it. It needs a couple straight lines, things I gotta, be real precise with, and then a couple color variations. This goes back here. I need to go lighter, and then get a couple of yellows in here. Simple things, and I'll just bring my knife in over top a little bit to get the glints of what in the water. That's all I do. All there is to it. Bring in, you can see it a little closer. Now that you're stood upside down. No, it's not upside. Okay. That's sort of what it looks like. It heads off a little bit. But you can start to see the colors in the water. And then, oops. A little bit more underneath. I can't get down there low enough to see that. Oh, that is it. Okay. So that's the way it looks. All right. That's mine. No, I showed you mine. Now you get to show me yours. And we got Cheryl Morrison's here. We got Kathleen, Lisa, Lynette and Molly. Let's go with Lynette because Lynette's going to want to go to bed pretty soon.
Okay.
Okay, Lynette.
I don't know if this is going to show real good. Oh, hang on.
Okay, I'm just getting to you, Lynette. So we got time.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
All right.
God, it looks like a ceiling.
Let's see. Oh, can you see it? Oops.
A little bit. It's getting there. We're getting there. Look at that professional light she has above it. She knows you got to have good lighting. Oh, okay. Can you come in just a little closer? It looks great. I can see a good separation between the greens and the blues already. There are blue grays of the bird. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Okay, definitely.
I couldn't work on the rocks. I couldn't, but I like your ideas. I'll have to work real hard on that. And I still have to work on the water. And I still have to work on the bird.
Well, what's left? That's it. Of course. You're not supposed to have this all the way done. Yeah, it looks like it'd go. You're going to be going like a little bit more than another value lighter a few places, but not too bad. I mean, really, it's starting to separate out pretty good. You probably need a couple of the darks that are in the back, the wing back there. There's right on the edge. There's a little bit of some darks that will help separate it out of the water.
Okay.
Just that would help. And just a few spots again and again on the back tail feathers. In that area, in his back and stuff, there's a few darks back there. You will help. You put them in there. I think if they go a little bit, they probably could. They might go okay a little bit. Then you can always lighten the water just one more half step or something like that. It's one of the, just some of the highlights in the water will help lighten it up too. So think about the highlights maybe in the water, but they are very subtle. So they're just like one, not more than one step lighter than what we have. Probably a half step usually.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I got more work to do, but thank you so much.
You're right there. It's you got the hard stuff, and now this is adjustments.
I love herons.
I do too. We all love herons. Good. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, let's go. Cheryl, did you paint?
Yes, I painted.
Okay, let's see what she did.
All right, I'm super slow. Where am I?
Right, gotcha.
Oh, okay, there I am.
Wow.
So
you are really slow. Look at that. You got a block in though. You got a block in an hour and a half. That's pretty damn good. Yeah. You're good drawing. Your drawing looks good underneath. And the wings stuff are spreading out nicely. And you got the rocks there. Okay. Yeah, now it's really kind of adjustment time. Now you're it looks like maybe the water could be a little too cool.
okay.
So it might have to go a little more. Like I said, I found it with oxide red light and green on the red side working better than green. It was weird. So and then I found some yellow into it. It worked out really well. Yeah, that's about. I think that will help it out, warm it up. That kind of little stuff will help warm. You definitely have that stuff in there. I think what you don't want to do is overpaint. You want to keep shapes in the water because that's the interesting thing. And then really, work the bird a little bit, have some fun with the feather colors a little bit more, when you get there. I mean, you got the base, you got the basics of everything in there really nice and the right colors. Now it's just really going back and adjusting them, making them sing a little bit more.
Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do on the bird. So
yeah, but it's fun. It's a fun bird at least.
Yep.
It's not a cockatoo. We're lucky.
Thank you.
All right. Good job.
I love shapes.
All right, here we come. We're coming to Shar. Shar will probably knock it out of the park. Come on, Shar.
It's got a long ways to go.
Oh, you too.
Let's see. Wait.
Here we come. Drum roll, please.
Oh, nice.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? Yeah. I mean, you can start to see the shapes. Wow, the rocks. You worked on the rocks already, didn't you? Or not?
Yeah, with the palette knife, I was able to throw some darks and some medium colors in there.
I tell you, that looks gorgeous. I mean, that rocks look real. I mean, even though you haven't done much to them yet, they look right. That's really great. Really good job on the bird. Very well drawn again. I didn't expect anything else from you or less from you.
Beak might need to be longer. I'm going to kind of go in with the end of my brush and kind of see compared to the neck and stuff. The beak might need to be thinner and longer. I don't know.
I think, the beak's a little short.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could come out another inch.
Yeah.
But that's okay. The beak, that's it. The head's fine. And the back of the head is fine. It's just the longer beak. That's a palette knife twist. That's really simple. I would say you got some, working on the water back there. You got a couple spots in the water are pretty much the same size.
Yeah.
Watch, shrink one of them down. That's all you got to do. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to find it. But I want you to finish this one and post it for us where we can all gawk at it, all right?
Well, sometimes I don't finish them right away. And then it's been like 2 weeks since we painted it, and I'm like, oh, it's too late to post it.
No. We got Lisa who posts yearly. So don't worry about that.
They never get finished.
They don't.
Then I finish them all at once.
Yeah. So I think that's going to come along really well. I love the way
Yeah.
you took the texture on the rocks. It's fabulous. Really cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a nice photo.
Nice job too. Congrats.
Thanks.
Oh, Kathleen.
Oh, okay.
Kathleen, and then we got Lisa and Molly. Molly, since it's only Pacific time out there, she can stay up and we'll eat.
I
Here
don't know
we
my
come,
color.
coming in here.
Nice.
Well,
All right.
it's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yep. That's good. Yeah, just got to work on your back. I think the back feathers back there, of course, are going to help a ton pop that
Yeah.
bird's head out of there. So if you have to cheat it dark, a slight darker,
Okay.
if then that's okay. But one of the things is don't lose the funness of what's going on there right now. You have some beautiful stuff going on there. That's all you need is just a couple solid marks, and that the head and the neck will pop out of there. That's come
Okay.
along really good. I love the feathers down below, and your rocks are getting
They're
there.
pretty rough, but
They're nothing like Shars. They're nothing like Shars, I must say. But the water back there is the right color. Congrats.
oh, thanks.
That's
I
really
wasn't
good.
really
I mean,
sure.
you got the cool bird with the warm water back there, a little bit warm back there that helps pop it out. And that's the whole problem with this one is it's really a warm, cool problem than a
Yeah,
value, because the
the
values are
colors are really
same.
tricky.
Yeah. So you're doing
Well,
well.
well, thank you. I couldn't do this on my own. I know that because these color
Oh.
combinations, the way you laid them in is really cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I just got to
Work,
work on it more.
work on those feathers. Have some fun. Don't, go against the grain on the
Yeah,
feathers here
I'm
and there
not.
a little bit.
Yeah, I'll try
You're
to stay
good.
loose.
Stay
All
loose.
right.
That's it. You
Okay.
loosey goosey, baby.
Okie doke.
All right, we're going to Lisa.
Thanks.
Here we
Speak.
come. We haven't seen Lisa in months.
Sorry.
There's months. There she.
Oh, pretty.
She has the rocks in. We have a majestic blue herring we found.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that nice?
That's super nice. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be, wow, it's going to be fabulous. I think, the drawing is super. The technique on the feathers is really quite nice. Again, she has that watercolor style, and
Sorry.
it works out so well. Damn it!
It's engraved.
Yeah, I think so far it's really quite nice. I'm not sure. Look at she didn't like the rock color, so she decided to go light with the rocks, right?
No, that I just did a dark underpainting.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Okay.
You don't have to lie. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be fabulous when you're done in a month or two.
Sorry. Well, I have to put each feather in.
I know. And the crease and all the little things.
Well, you know how I am.
Yeah, you got to know all that stuff. You got to put it in. Otherwise, it's really coming along. I'd say, yeah, watch the water being,
Yeah, the water. I've got to go back to the tape.
just a little more warmth in that water.
Yeah, I missed that one color that's critical, so I have to see.
It is critical. It is a
Yeah.
green. It's regular yellow. It's a regular green added to like one regular color. So it's like just yellow added. That's all it really is. So just
Yeah, I'll
need a little
find it.
warmth. Just need a
I'll
little
find
warmth.
it.
Maybe even get some cat orange in place.
Okay.
Super, man. That's gonna be super nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. And here, not last but not least, is our friend in the great Northwest, Molly.
Okay, let me.
This is
Oh,
her
God,
studio. Look
that's
at her
a-
studio.
Sorry, that was really scary.
I've been there. I was just there a few weeks ago in that
Yes,
studio.
you were.
It was fun. You got a
I
fabulous space. Oh, look at her. She's done already. Okay. Yeah, the feathers are coming along.
I have a lot, everything's kind of blending in together. I need to get, and I kind of went crazy with the water.
Oh, no. I think you had fun with the water. The water's coming along really well. I
I
wouldn't even,
think when I get my lights on the wings and stuff, that
yeah,
hopefully it'll pop out.
right. When you get that blue coming into those wings, that blue greenish tone to the feathers. Boy, that's gonna be really nice. Because then that will come forward. That will help bring
Okay.
that guy forward a little bit more. Good job on the face. Wow, the face is looking great. In fact, and the feathers back
I
there.
put a little pupil. I was like, he was looking weird. I have to put pupils when I'm working on animals.
I do. Yeah. I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it unless I'm in front of it.
Right.
And
Oh,
I like
yeah.
the feathers coming down the string. God, you got a long ways. I guess you need this for your November show.
I'm going to have wet paint on all my paintings.
No one will know. No one will know. They won't. They can't have them for a month anyway. So they'll be dry finally.
Yeah. Well, I have my heater going in the bathroom, and I had, I mean, it's like 80 degrees in there, and they are drying fast.
Oh, good. That looks fabulous so far. I think keep working on it. You got another
Okay.
2 hours of late daylight left. Anyway, congrats.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, here we go. I think that was it, right? Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
Yep.
That was it. That's all we got. I think,
All right.
unless I missed somebody. No. Okay, next week we'll be back at it one more time, and well, a few more times. So 7 classes, so 6 more to come. We'll either be painting a water scene or landscape. Well, we just did water, so we'll probably do a landscape, something simple, probably like 4 or 5 cows or something like that, and trees and sky and brook, caterpillars, something like that in it. No, nothing too hard. Landscapes are usually after this. Landscapes are easy, so it should be no problem to get done. So, I guess that's it. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you all next week back here, same
right.
bat channel.
Thank you so
Sounds
much.
good.
you.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Good
See you
night.
later.
Boy. Night.
No.